Welcome back. I thought we could have a little catch up about how my new job is going because it's been such a long time since I came on here and did a little YouTube video about my career. So if you've been following me from the beginning, I worked in publishing for about 4 years and I've recently moved over in 2023 to marketing in radio instead. Such a big difference, literally cannot compare them in the slightest because they're so different. However, this was definitely the right move for me. It is a fun job, creative job, just totally different, and I can't wait to share more with you in upcoming videos. So my current role is a marketing manager at a local radio station called Made in Kent Radio because I live in Kent. So I've been there for like 3 months now, I think just over 3 months, and it honestly feels like it's been the longest time. So my probation period was 6 months and I was having a chat with my manager the other day and he was going, "Oh, I thought you'd been here 6 months already," and I was going, "No, I've literally only been here 3 months." And I think it's because like I've just fit really nicely within the team. I think that it's quite a small team, so everyone gels really nicely with each other, and I feel like it's so busy in terms of events and different things going on that it feels like I've done so much in the last 3 months already, which is a good sign. As I said, my background was coming from publishing, so if you have stayed with me for this journey, thank you so much. I didn't go to university. I did college first instead of sixth form in like a creative media, journalism, radio, communications kind of course. Had a really long name for it. And then instead of going to university, I went straight into an apprenticeship. That apprenticeship was with one of the UK's biggest publishers called Bloomsbury. They're the publisher of Harry Potter. I worked with them for about 2 years. And then I moved over to a company called Bonnier Books UK and worked in their marketing and publicity division for a couple of years as well. I have used those transferable skills and the marketing skills that I've learned along the way to land this job in radio. So I'm just going to catch you up as if like we're just literally on a little coffee date wherever you might be listening from. So in terms of the team's actually really small because it's technically a new station. It's only been going for a few years. The team, there's literally only about 15 of us and 10 of those are presenters. So obviously when you're working in radio you have presenters like the people, capital it might be Romy Kemp, Sean Welby, Amy Vivian. You have the people that kind of chat in between the songs and say, "Oh, that was Lewis Capaldi, up next we have blah blah blah." They might say a little anecdote, talk about the weather, whatever it may be. So we have about 10 presenters and they all have different show times, be it 6:30 in the morning to 11 PM at night. In terms of actual HQ staff, there's only about 7 of us, including myself. I work really closely. My manager is the CEO and the founder of this company. He ran a company for 20 years before, which was a marketing agency before setting up the radio station. So I've got a really close relationship with my manager, as well as working really close with him day in, day out. And everyone genuinely just gets on really well. Like it's hard to, this is going to sound really big-headed, but it's hard to dislike any of us because I feel like everyone is just really chatty. Everyone's got a really similar personality. We all just gel. We're all really talkative. We're all really like extroverted. We don't always see each other though because some of us work from home, some of us are hybrid working, some of us come in every day. And on that, I was actually gonna, in my contract it said that I could work from home 2 days a week and be in 3, but I've literally only worked from home a couple times in the last few months because I just go in every single day. And that is because it's a really nice environment. It's because I choose to. It's because it's really local to where I live. It's only about a 15-20 minute drive. It means that I get to be more creative and have a lot more of a learning journey for myself as well because, I have only been there a few months. I've not had a background in radio and so I'm constantly learning new things. As a result, it's so much more helpful to be around the people that you're learning from and overhearing conversations and being there when decisions are being made. We also, in our office space, we have our radio studio, so it's also really nice to be there when the actual radio is going out and also jumping in at some points as well. So I have been on the radio quite a few times now. I'd say I go on every week-ish now, but it might only be like a 5-minute segment. And I usually do what's just called the digital digest, which is where I chat about marketing things, what's going up, what events we've got coming up, that kind of thing. In terms of the actual radio, some people that don't have an awareness of radio, they're like, "Oh, so what is it? Is it just music all the time?" No. So there's a mix of things, especially with ours being at a local commercial radio station. We have the commercial side of it, which is where we interview businesses. We offer a free interview for anyone that's working in, that has a business based in Kent. Advertisements, so that's how we earn our money. And I'm going to do a whole separate video as well on how radio stations earn money and revenue in order to function. We have the music, and that might be top hits and top charts, like Barbie was going on quite a lot when that was coming out in cinemas. We have the top 40, but we also have 80s and 90s music, and the whole thing is like sing-along songs for the whole family. So you can play Made in Kent and then anyone can listen along. You recognise the song, it might be an old classic or it might be something that's just come out. But also because we are local, we support local artists as well. So off the back of that, we also do artist interviews interviews where we'll have like a 10-minute segment with them where we're chatting about them and their music. We've recently just had on Emily Sande as well, which is really exciting because I've absolutely loved her music for years. So the station is at the moment digital and then soon to be on DAB, which means you can tune into us and come and listen to us on the car. But at the moment it's on the app, online, on your smart speaker, so you can say play Made in Kent Radio. As a result, you can technically listen to us anywhere, so we broadcast for the whole of Kent, but our studios are based in Bexley, which is just on the cusp of London and Kent. In terms of what I actually do, as I said, I'm a marketing manager, so a lot of what I do is generally managing the whole overall marketing strategy. So that will be how we're growing on social media, it's how we're having a presence at events, it's how we're connecting with potential advertisers, it's doing some content creation so that we're going on TikToks, things like that. What it also means is that I manage a person, so I manage our amazing digital content creator, and she's the one that does a lot of our client focused work on their social media campaigns, which is another form of advertising, how we make our money, but also she creates some of our content for the Made in Kent channels themselves. So a lot of the time I'll be allocating work to her, checking in on her progress, that kind of thing, but also looking at the overall branding and ordering any new merchandise or any brand templates or media packs, things like that. Day to day is so different. I know that's such a cliche of something to say about a job, but it generally is, and I think it's because it's a really fast-paced industry that literally not every day is the same, because it can't be because of what's going on the radio all the time. Having said that, there are events which we know are coming up and we have a lot of planning to do, and be that members events. So another form of advertising that we do is membership, so people can pay a monthly fee and get regular advertising, but we offer special sort of VIP membership nights, so it might be organising them, it might be where we're live broadcasting from somewhere else, so another company or an organisation would invite us to come along and we'll have our presenters present on stage, we'll live broadcast, so you can tune in and we're live broadcasting from that place. Recently as well, I've got another video on this, but it will be about our annual awards nights as well. So this was a huge success the first time we did it, so we were like, well, we have to keep doing this. So we're going to have business awards every autumn, winter, and then food and drink awards every spring. I'm in the process of finishing the organisation of the food and drink awards now, which has been a huge project but really fun and quite like rewarding at the same time, and I can't wait for that to actually happen. But I have got another video on what the actual first business awards was like. So a lot of my job is kind of working with that as well. However, we've recently just hired an events manager, so it's working close with her to organise those kinds of things as well. Generally, I keep having catch-ups, so I've recently had catch-ups with old colleagues or old friends, that kind of thing, and they're asking, how is your job actually? Because they might say to me like, oh, you're putting a lot on social media and it looks really fun, but how actually is it? And it genuinely is that, and I don't think I would personally put it on social media if I was hating it that much. I always want to share, and I've always been about sharing my career journey. However, it is just so fun, and I'm sharing the times that I've been on the radio, and I'm sharing the events that we're doing and stuff, and there's just so much going on that I'm sharing it. Yes, it is genuinely really fun. It's so different to what I'm used to. It's more laid back, it's more fun, I have a lot more creative freedom, which is so nice. It's just been such an adjustment, because I think I've come from an area which has been quite high pressure and high workload and late nights and that kind of thing, whereas now it feels like I have a lot more work-life balance, which I think is so important, something that I advocate for. I can really see myself kind of like growing in this role as well, and I feel like I have contributed a lot to the business already in the last few months anyway, but I can really see myself growing in it, and all the things that are coming up I'm just really excited for. So yeah, it's always really nice to kind of like catch up with people and catch up with you guys about how it is going, and at the moment it is very good. 2024 should be really exciting, and there's loads of things coming, and I cannot wait to share it with you all. Thanks so much for checking in for my little recap how my new job is going, and hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!